to, because it's without his stun, without his initiation, everything else just doesn't seem to click.
I wouldn't even necessarily put it on single players. I think it's more of like a team-wide thing, that sometimes they just get a little flustered. Like some of the games at Katowice that they had trouble with, they kind of got snowballed, and then things got out of hand, and all of a sudden everything was just over. I believe it was against EG maybe. There was one game where EG was like, I'm just going to go high ground, and they went high ground at 15 minutes or something. So I'm not sure what it is. Maybe they lose some games they shouldn't. They lost a game to Kingwin in a best of one at the previous tournament. Now they're off to a good start, but they did get one of the easier opponents with Vega being their first round. So I think it is their tournament to prove. They won 2 tournaments ago. Last tournament they drop out early. I think they're looking for some consistency for sure, to show like we're going to consistently be top 6 comfortably, and they haven't really proven that yet.
No, but this is the way they can do it. Of course, we look at our critical players to help make this happen. Resolution from OG. He was their replacement for Anna after the International. SCCC, of course, being a huge star of the International as well as the team in general.
Yeah, both of these guys played amazing at TI. Made a lot of sense to grab Rezo as a player, but ever since then, OG has not been consistent. It's been a long time since TI now. We're only got 5 months left in the year, so and the year starting in August, of course, the calendar year starting TI.
Yeah, we don't go by the normal calendar year or even the financial year. We go by the Dota year.
It's about TI for sure. But I would argue where Resolution has had some trouble fitting into the team, it's hard to say whether it's fully him or the team. But I'd say that SCCC has been extremely consistent always, even when Newbee are losing game, for sure. He always does well mid. It never feels like he has made a game-losing mistake to me. So in some ways that matchup is interesting. It's kind of like, is Resolution going to be going to have a perfect game, or is he going to be slightly sloppy, or is Newbee as a team going to be perfect? Yeah,
I kind of wish it wasn't always just about that for OG. Like to actually have No-Tail back in the, like, you know what No-Tail always feels to me? Like, he feels like what TC used to represent. Hey, I'm Mr. Consistent, but I'm never really in the spotlight anymore. Where he always used to be with his Meepo play and his heavy micro skills.
But Meepo was a long time ago. Like he's barely played Meepo. That's like a 4-year-old thing, I feel like. And either way, like there's a lot more respect, I believe, going towards cores that do tank stuff. And I feel like OG was one of the first to do this. To make like, it's kind of like the story of No-Tail and MP on Secret in that same time period. It's a player that's very talented, but they put him in these bad matchups, or they put a lot of focus around making the mid player good, for example. I feel like that's definitely an OG playstyle that's become very consistent now. You could say the same thing for Newbee. I mean, almost every top team right now, the mid player is their focus on the flashy guy that can go incredible, and the carries have to just win their lane, sort of.
Speaking of that guy, SCCC, the focused drafter. Actually, it's Faith who does the drafting.
Well, hey, let's just say SCC is the
he does
team,
everything
right?
for the team, right?
I mean, he's ultra talented, right? Top 3 mids in the world, maybe top 4, top 5 guaranteed. There's the best cook in the world, Gustav.
Bottom 5 guaranteed.
Bottom 5 what?
That was actually kind of weird. Like when I saw that chef thing, because I ate at a Gordon Ramsay restaurant in London, literally the day before.
But was he there? Did you see him?
He was not there. He only owns the restaurant.
We've all seen the clips, though. There's Kaka, very talented support. Definitely, if you guys ever played Dota Fantasy, Kaka is like a guaranteed pick. He's consistently high earner on fantasy points, and that means that he's very good at Dota. That's like a guaranteed correlation here.
I earned a lot of points off Raven during
Raven
TI.
was also amazing this year for points.
Yeah.
A lot of good players to keep an eye out for. A lot of good players in this game, really. OG's opening here, or Spirit Bane, strong at lanes.
No Witch Doctor for Fly. Oh, what do we do? What do we do?
This is not very different from what OG played with previously. We do not see Witch Doctor ban in the first phase, which I find a little bit curious, because I do feel like it's one of Fly's best heroes, but they chose to let it go, feeling like Bane will do more, and I think that's a fair assumption. The benefits of Earth Spirit in the game they played yesterday was very much his ability to rotate rapidly to lanes, react to ganks, make things happen, and while still providing good team fight.
Yeah, he really did start enabling. Like, Jirax is one of these guys where, like, I kind of called it when we cast that game yesterday. Like, I want to see his ES. Like I said that before we even got into the draft. And it's just because, like, it almost goes back to what PPD used to be saying. What did I say used to? I think he probably would still say it. Like, when he drafted for TI, it's like, I draft this stuff because it's comfortable for the players who want to play him. Like, they're going to get more achieved with these heroes they feel really secure on. So we get the ES. Now we have the Bane. He's really great in the meta currently. Just get heroes that start to sync with this. They won't get the Lifestealer or the Morphling. This is now banned out by Newbee. No DK, no Tide. That's taken out by OG. They're making sure there isn't a heavy push from Newbee with a lot of tankability. Something SEC's been doing a lot with the DK. And KP is just too easy on Tide.
I mean, KP's good at a lot of heroes. So.
Yeah, he really is. I like his Centaur. Like, you asked for Centaur yesterday. Like, if you want to get a Centaur, KP probably one of the players that would oblige.
It's just one of those heroes that I always think of when I think of offlane heroes that can set up ganks. Like, if you get a blink dagger on the hero, good things happen. Obviously, Sand King is by far the easier of the two heroes to grab right now in terms of his ability to farm, his survivability. It's like unmatched. It's probably one of the reasons Centaur is not picked. Why would you pick Centaur when you could pick Sand King? You know.
Yeah. Why would you pick anything else for S4 apart from Brewmaster?
Which is interesting.
He plays this hero almost exclusively these days.
And yesterday they felt a little forced. I believe it was their last pick. It kind of felt like Brew's good here, but he has seen some uptick in this tournament. Previous tournament, it was heavy losses. Now it seems passable. And against Gyrocopter, I think it's not bad either. He's less vulnerable to the whole magic burst because you can just pop your ultimate. And you can actually lock down Gyro heavily, like against a Gyro in the early game. Get 6 on Brewmaster, rotate a hero or 2 in the lane, Gyro's going to die, for sure. So I think it's certainly a good option here. And then in the late game, you can just grab more armor on your spirits, grab a Vlad's, maybe Flat Cannon doesn't provide the easiest kill ever against them. It's a good solution.
Newbee's going to give us the Underlord for KP, a hero who yesterday was unkillable. He got both the Crimson Guard, the Piper, put Greaves up, and then just walked up and stood in front of the towers and said, "Come at me, bro."
It was against very different heroes, though.
It was.
So I think it'll be interesting to see how this works out. Brewmaster, I assume, can also dispel Crimson Guard. Actually, I'm not sure if you can dispel Crimson Guard buff or Pipe buff, but I feel like you probably can. Maybe we'll see that come out of S4. I mean, if you can multitask multiple beautiful dishes at the same time, I'm sure you can multitask 3 brews at the same time.
Wondering just how many jokes you're going to get out of that.
It's endless, dude. There's a lot of cooking in the world, you know?
I'm not quite certain if the joke is well done yet.
Okay. Wow. That's a sufferable or insufferable joke right there.
And that's the way we stop Kevin from doing the S4 cook jokes. I just have to take it one step too far and he's done.
The wrong way, yeah.
He's done.
You burned it.
Yeah. How do you actually feel the Underlord works in the lane, like up against the harassment of the Bane and the Earth Spirit? Obviously, not knowing the core who's going to be in there too.
I'd be more concerned for Underlord in the fact that they can chase very far between Nightmare. Brain Sap's a lot of damage. It's lots of slow between Earth Spirit, Orb of Venom, and Bane right clicks. I feel like he will be chaseable. Like, no matter what care they grab, they should be able to deal with Underlord, is my thought. Doesn't have to be a Gyro, for example. So I feel like that gives OG a lot of options. Like, both of the 3 picks, Brewmaster is not necessarily the best 1v1 hero, but it gives you a lot of options. And it's very possible OD is going to be the response against
they didn't
Underlord
even delay for the Nyx. It works perfectly against the OD. Now I'm just waiting for the sniper ban.
I don't know if we'll...
The only reason I say this because it's kind of like what SECC goes to a hell of a lot. It's dangerous against the Brew and the ES rotation, so it's not that great, but it's good against the OD and lane.
Against like Earth Spirit Brew, it's definitely a little scary, but I know Newbee has drafted the hero in a matchup like that. They had a series against LGD that was incredible, where SEC went mid on Sniper. He was extremely ahead. He was something like 12-0-3. Had an amazing game with this cool like Mask of Madness into Daedalus build. And then he got Blink Dagger, and then they lost like 2 fights in a row, and the game was over. It was really weird. And they had the gold advantage, but they still died. They still lost. It was a little bizarre. But
they banned the Shadow Fiend instead.
Would have been a much more safe hero. Lots of damage, more survivability personally. Him buying a BKB doesn't still make him weak to physical. Like it's just the safer hero to pick. If they would have grabbed it. So OG is looking for their carry potentially, or their mid, depending on where they want to put the OD. Historically, OD is very often against Underlord since its high damage output. Would be pretty good with Bane as well. Free spell casts in the laning stage maybe. And then Newbee is looking for their mid hero as well. Unless they want to put Gyro there. So
yeah, they could.
It's going to be Newbee picking first. So they'll probably ban something to protect against what mid they're about to grab. And hopefully they get a good matchup there.
They'll probably give us more information too, right? But like it's the mid. Like the last person we're looking at right now is that safe lane. It's the no-tail hero for OG.
Potentially, unless it's OD.
Unless it's OD safe.
Because it's an Underlord, it kind of looks like it's going to be an OD safe to me. Because they'll just put like Bane OD or Earth Spirit OD. That should be relatively safe. I think it's better to put Bane in the offlane, I guess. He's much faster hero. He's like 20 movement speed faster. Has a ranged attack. Has more armor. Has Brain Sap. It feels like a better way to protect Brewmaster. But kind of depends. We'll see what they do.
Yeah. Newbee's got some extra time. Like right now, they're working out both their ban and their pick. Cause it's OG who has the last roll of the dice, the last 5th pickup.
Is there no Razor ban?
Razor is not banned out.
Very surprising. Still could be a Razor pick.
Hmm?
It would be a little typical for what Chinese teams have been running consistently. They don't often shy off the meta too far, but I think it could work out here.
Do you think that'll work? Like after what we saw VGJ do with the Brewmaster, where they just basically removed one hero for the entire fight, sending him up. They banned the Terrorblade actually wasn't even banned at all. Okay, that's a nice one at the end, and it's Razor. Yeah. You hit the nail on the head, Purge.
Once I realized, I was like, what's a good laner? I was Razor, and I checked the bans, not there. Okay. I mean, Terrorblade would have been really effective. Tons of range physical damage against both Gyro and Razor. Definitely could have worked out nicely. A little countered by Underlord slightly, but has so much damage, I don't even think it... You still overpower him, basically. So OG's forced to go some other different way. And Newbee is really good at running at OG right now. Might be a little bit hard to fight.
So you want to look for some counter push that can actually come from your last hero here?
Team fight is usually pretty good. I always think of Tide. Pop Ravage, everybody has stopped moving for a second, but that's been banned. So
it's going to be Juggernaut.
So this instead will give them the benefit of a carry that can rotate for big kills. Omni Slash against Gyrocopter is very good. I mean, his ship is made out of wood. Come on, you can cut through that. Razor as well, kind of similar situation. You can Omni Slash him if he's solo, deal a lot of damage. They also have the benefit of OD to banish people that are kind of out of position, which is good. If you get Glimpse back, for example, you can banish the person and then buy them a couple seconds while you catch up. I think the Jug pick is potentially pretty good here. As long as the laning stage goes okay for him, he got outlaned last game and the previous match that we had. But I think this game he can certainly get some stuff done. He can also Jug spin to prevent Glimpse, so he doesn't necessarily have to buy a BKB. There's a lot of good things about the Jug pick here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing like Resolution's timing and all of that, because like we had the exact matchup, Disruptor versus Juggernaut in the last game, and he kept getting Glimpse back because he was spinning defensively inside the lane. But there are a lot of saves for OG. Like you got Astral, you got Nightmare. Jirax, just by playing ES, is a save hero.
He's very comfortable with the Blink Punch roll instantly. The faster you do that combo, the better. Makes your heroes a lot more survivable and likely to stay alive. So we'll be a no-tail OD, most likely in the safe lane. So.
No-tail OD, SCCC will be the Gyrocopter, which pushes Mugi into the Razor safe lane. So it's
really not that unexpected, I guess. Razor doesn't necessarily want to lane against OD as much as he'd love to sap his damage. Sometimes Gyro is a bigger threat because of Rocket Barrage. So that skill, man, it's good. Pretty cool draft. Nothing too weird.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool to see OG solidifying the heroes they're comfortable with. May adjust their bans against them in the future.
Yeah.
But a big match here. If you go 2-0, I dare say you have the easier opponents at the moment, because otherwise you got to play Liquid or BP potentially.
Would you say that too? When like EG seems to be playing well, look, VGJ seems to be playing really well.
Secret is 1-1 right now. Liquid is 1-1.
Yeah, and
Virtus Pro plays LFY today. If they win that, they go 1-1. That's like 3 of the top 6 teams that are going to be in the middle of the pack. So like I don't even know if winning here matters. It's more like you just want to win so you don't have to play those really good teams in the 1-1s right now. But there's also a lot of really good teams that are 2-0. EG, TNC, VGJ. Either way, it's a big match, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so underway we go. And we will see how everything rolls out. KP is a long way down here, and I think this may actually be first blood. Rolling Boulder forward. No Touch has to body block him, and there's nowhere for KP to go. They want to get the first blood to Resolution. They let the spin do the work as KP was trying to flank all the way around. Not exactly certain what his mission was, as he... the observable was already planted, so he was just wrapping around to get information.
Yeah, I think information. Probably, I feel like the position that OG went there was a little bit abnormal, especially fully smoked. Normally they don't go straight to your tower. I think that was kind of like a defensive smoke, hoping to find maybe Newbee doing something similar or find a solo hero. It could be something like that watch replays, and KP always walks that way. There's a lot of interesting things that could have happened.
Fly's going to back up. If Kaka wasn't there, he probably would have just nightmared KP and taken the rune. So this now means that OG, unless Jirax is able to... Okay. Oh, Fade. He blocks the rolling boulder. Rocket barrage damage and thunderstrike damage. Jirax is low. I don't think it is enough. SCCC does not miss uphill. And that'll be 2 runes and a counter kill for Newbie. Oh, 3 runes.
Yeah, they got 3. Kind of a weird mistake for Jirax, and like both teams left the bounty rune there. They're like, oh, I don't want it. No, I don't want it. It would have been amazing if he stole it, but Faith with a super sick play there to block the other bounty being stolen.
How to counter Enfeeble. Steal a large amount of damage. Top lane, Jirax is getting up in the face of Faith again once more. He's got Observer and Sentry ready to go. But Faith's also got that D ward, so they'll watch Jirax nice and close to try and work out where he does plant.
With the first blood, Rezo picks up a Wraithband, so it'll help his last hitting power regardless. Hasn't quite picked up a Quelling just yet, should be coming out now. So I think with that first blood and that Quelling, I think he'll be in a good place here against the Razor, especially with help from Fly. Definitely a bit of an abnormal matchup. Normally, Jug would completely lose this if in a 1v1 situation.
Moogie just keeps stealing so much. Like, okay, stealing so much and then goes to -2 with Enfeeble.
Yeah, but Jug is making it work. Like the Quelling Blade offsets the damage stolen from Static Link here. The Wraithband helps.
Yeah.
And in this 2v1, it's actually working out. So because of the hero matchups they have, I mean, ultimately the person that's losing the most is going to be No-Tail here, in that he has to lane against the Underlord and a support by himself, but made it work.
It looks like on bottom lane, KP's going to be left to go one-on-one with No-Tail. So Nyx Assassin on the way to mid. Good luck.
I don't think it'll be easy by any means. Like,
Jirax is also hovering around here. Like, the Dire, I think, got a vision for a moment of where he was. Jirax is also being a little bit devious with his Observer Ward blocking. He could have, like, with his rotation timing, he could have actually body blocked that camp twice and not even committed the Observer Ward.
Could have been good. DD on the top rune, though. Jirax can pick this up and gank mid. It's still going to be a little hard to land the Rolling Boulder, but he does a lot of hits. Or he can go to the safe lane, or technically the Dire safe lane, that is.
Go after the Gyrocopter.
Certainly an option. He was having some trouble, though, is Odie. Definitely having a tough lane here. Forced to last hit with just regular attacks. And he's actually just rushing Sage's Mask. That's really interesting. It's like the weirdest item build I've seen, but I think he does this because if he goes Null Talisman, that's just more mana that he's being burned by the Nyx Assassin, so he's chosen instead to just say, I just want more mana over time, because if I'm in the safe lane, I'm not going to have that much anyways.
Rolling Boulder. Oh, Kaka. Jirax will connected to him. He was really going for Moogie. And that's a large amount of damage. 112 points of it stolen. So Moogie, one more attack will do the work.
I mean,
a one-for-one trade-off, but Jirax with the DE
so
route. Oh boy, he needs more life. No! He was turning for the kick to try and stop Moogie from hitting him, but the Plasma Field level 1 tilts him over the edge. And then a quick rotation up to top. Kaka wants to try and go for this lane.
It felt like Jirax could have gotten that kill maybe, but he just needed a little bit more time and there's too much damage on Razor. Another skill rotation, he would have had that. So ultimately, better trade for a Newbee. Moogie's going to be pretty happy with that one. He's got a wand, couple tangos. He'll heal back up just fine.
I cannot believe how hard KP is crushing this bottom lane. 20-8 versus the 6-0. Like, this is...
I mean, it helps a lot. He just got this free lane right at the start.
Rolling Boulder. Kick's going to be there from Jirax. Spin will begin on Resolution, and Moogie's already back behind the tower. They do not like the look of this at all. Moogie, Jirax can't outrun it. Moogie does all the damage, flies in the neighborhood. TP will begin. Nightmare's going to cancel this. It sounded like it was actually finishing.
No kidding.
It was so close, and Fly will get the kill onto Moogie.
I mean, I don't know, Jug finishes full Aqua before getting boots there. If he has boots, he gets the kill on the Razor most likely. Instead, it ends up being a death for Jirax, but he's got his boots finished now at least, and he was just really worried about last hitting power, armor, stuff like that, I guess. Maybe the wrong choice in items that led to that death not working. S4 getting glimpsed back on the top lane, looking in trouble. Yeah,
3 heroes right on top of him. Can't really get any kind of distance when the homing missile's right behind him. This bottom lane is just so bad for No-Tail. Like, he burnt 3 Arcane Orbs when he had the 2 points up in the Essence Aura and didn't get a single proc.
Tough.
And he just lost every bit of mana he had.
It's mostly okay though, because if he spends his mana pool, it sucks that he doesn't get any procs, but any int stolen gives him more last hitting power for the 60 seconds, or 80 seconds, it looks like. So, steal 6, that's a little bit less mana for the Underlord, and maybe he gets more last hits himself.
KP might be regretting this. Actually, no, he didn't do the creep skip. Jirax was rotating down to the bot lane. Didn't really hide this. The Dire Observer Ward from Newbee was watching it.
This early level and gold advantage for Underlord could become ridiculous. Because it's not the first time that we've seen KP difficult to kill as an Underlord.
Yeah. And he'll be that perfect frontline tank. They've got so many great frontline tanks, but dealing with both Razor and a farmed up Underlord with the bonus damage he gets, S4 glooms back once more. This chaos factor of the Brewmaster won't exist if he can't stay alive. Continues to run back. Fly's got nothing to give him. Not enough mana for anything.
Rocket Barrage continues to be amazing, guys.
It's like level 2 Enfeeble. Don't care, right?
Yeah, I mean,
level 2 Rocket Barrage.
He puts his damage down to nothing, but again, Rocket Barrage still does an amazing amount of damage. About 360 per skill use for 2 skill points. That's pretty good.
Yep. Well, here comes Jirax. Wants to slow him down. Resolution's on the way. He's a little bit more movement speed than what he's got to catch up to KP.
I mean, there's no reason for him to even bother wasting his mana here. You need a lot of attacks to kill this guy. Between the Ring of Health and Stout Shield, so. And Jirax doesn't even have boots yet. He's got the gold. Hasn't had the chance to buy. And across the map, just really good last city in for Newbee, but I guess OG's going to be pretty content as well. I guess they're not that far behind.
They got resolution at 38-7. Like, the OG's been playing catch-up games now.
But every core on Newbee is doing really well, and they're lacking one of those on OG.
Oh, it is just not S4's day. The Nightmare keeps Nyx Assassin away from the instant stun. And S4, this time around, he'll have enough life to survive. And the bonus armor underneath the tower.
I think you can thank Fly for that one. 2 enfeebles on 2 of their heroes. That means there's no follow-up after they use their skills, and he ends up staying alive.
Yep.
So they're definitely getting underfarmed on the OG side. Both the OD as well as the Brew are not having good net worths, but at least Jug is. So the game is slightly in Rezo's hands. If he has good rotations, if he gets Omni Slashes off on the right hero, it could catapult him, especially if they kill these high net worth heroes on the enemy team.
Yep. And looking for the target. Jirax is waiting to roll into mid. Already the spin from Resolution. Mugi burnt both Eye of the Storm and the Static Link, stealing 140 points of damage. I like Karka's position probably better than anything else. Up on top, the homing missile comes. And Fly. Oh, the Nightmare. I'm not quite certain that was the play. He had a level 2 glimpse available, and Brewmaster was almost in range.
Maybe just a mistake on Karka not canceling a stun or something. It's probably what happened. You get Nightmared halfway through, it'll still go through, you have to press S and choose a new target, something like that. So just a small mistake, I think. Kill doesn't work out, Bruce still getting levels, but I think Newbee's still happy. I guess their gold advantage is shrinking a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Jirax and Fly can have a crack towards mid. Mugi defensively moving back.
And at this point, OD's really catching up now. That 31 last hits now. He's only 7 behind, 8 behind where KP is, and he's got 3 points, 4 points now in his orb. He's doing a lot of damage here.
KP's gonna be careful.
And even if he doesn't get a kill there, he's got 30 int now. Look at this. KP is so stupid right now. He has like 2 intelligence, 4 intelligence.
Oh, S4. It's just not his day. 16 one-shots, which would have given him a fighting chance, and just before he hit level 6, Mugi, see if he has a fighting chance as, well, Jirax waits, kicks, rolling boulder, support's there from Karka. He can't do much when Resolution is protected by the spin, but he's got no damage into the Omni Slash. Okay, then he has some damage. Negative 168 on Resolution. The TP support is being cancelled.
It's so cool to see this build on Bane. Like, he's basically accepting the fact that they're not going to be able to kill and outlane against Gyro, so instead he just enfeebles them all the time. That way Gyro's ability to last hit is reduced. He's only got 25 last hits right now, despite winning this lane. This is a 4-0 hero, and he's only got 25 last hits. He's got denies. He's got 16 whole denies, but that doesn't matter, right? That's a little bit of goal or a little bit of experience. Yep. So Bane just says, well, we're not going to win the lane. I'll just limit your ability to farm, and we're still going to be able to compete against you guys in the mid game as a result. It's a very cool build. He doesn't do any damage, but I mean, they're sort of doing okay in the lane. And they've got Brewmaster ulti. Here comes the rotation.
S4's being a lot more aggressive this time around. Going after Faith, because he's got help. Jirax and Fly in the neighborhood. The Brewmaster split. They want SCTC. Fly doesn't have any extra nuke damage through that brain sap, but it may not matter if they can keep SCTC under control. No damage to fight back. Rocket Barrage gets tanked up by the Brewlings. So the Gyrocopter will die while No-Tail is on the run for his life on bottom, into the trees, staying out of the fog of war. And Karka under the tower, flies there. The Enfeeble, oh no, KP reaches him with a level 4 Firestorm. It just had to click once onto him, and the OD falls. But Karka, he was actually negative 60 to his 56 damage, so he actually did no damage with his attack.
Fireburn just a little bit too much, and it's like No-Tail shifting over, gonna go for a Helm of the Dominator build. Not common on OD, but having some regen is definitely beneficial, especially because he's going to be taking a lot of mana burns throughout the game. He'll call down to clear the camp here. Newbee cleans up their stack. Razor level 8, farming towards Drum, nothing out of order there. But I think OG is relatively happy with how they're doing. The last couple rotations have been to their benefit. Resolution getting a big Omni Slash kill in the mid lane, for example. Yasha is just about finished, and
no glimpse. Nope.
They might be able to kill the KP here on the bot lane.
Yeah, rolling boulder forward. KP, the kick will connect, and that's Notel. With the ult.
Huge kill.
That actually gets him a little bit more of a catch-up. The other one was still the #1 net worth hero for Newbee. Notel is the bottom 3 for the cause.
Okay, he changed his mind. Looks like he's going to go Force Staff first instead of the Helm. Not a bad idea. So he kind of realizes at this point that he actually does a lot of damage to Underlord, and that some of the times the only difference between him getting a kill is movement speed or Force Staff. So I think this is a good pickup option.
S4. TP out's going to be cancelled. So a lot of heroes up on top to fight.
I think that was supposed to be a heal, so he'll have to use Shrine instead, but not that bad.
TP's mid. Resolution was hoping for that kill on Mugi.
Good try. Needed to push him closer to the tower, and even then it would have been a difficult kill. Would have had to be Omni Slash into spin, but 1k advantage for Newbee now. Their advantage is kind of dropping a little. Looks like to provide a solution, KP's going to go for a really fast Halberd. Seen some games where that did a lot of work for them, actually. Just disable their opponents, prevent Notel from attacking at all. That's one solution. Especially against a Ranger, I think it lasts for like 4 seconds or something, 5 maybe.
As long as he can close the distance, which he's got enough life to at least do that.
5 whole seconds on range heroes. That's a really good item right now. Good against Drug 2.
Maybe that's the point where Underlord's the one that S4 will have to prioritize when he splits. He's got the Blink Dagger on S4, 12 minutes in. Resolution, thanks to a double damage room, will really force the attention of Newbee to the mid.
Healing Ward down to allow him to tank the tower and just take it. And in the meantime, Newbee's still set up for potential lane defense and stuff. KP's pushing out bottom, but they can't do anything about this. They're definitely going to feel scared about taking team fights right now. The brew advantage is so big if he does it well enough. And the fast Blink Dagger is going to pay off for S4 if they can get a good fight.
Kaka stalking Notel. Stun and mana burn. A little bit of harassment, but at the same time, OG was already rotating bottom, looking for a kill. There's no Vendetta, there's only Spike Carapace, so no way for Kaka to really hide in S4. Even got the clap up before the Spike Carapace. So that is one very dead hero, and TP out for Newbee.
The three levels deep rock, paper, scissors match right there. Kaka was ahead of him. Bought him some seconds.
Oh, on me. Goodbye, Faith.
Nice kill. Ward in the jungle, and they get the spot out. Spin TP. No chance that Rezo dies here. Really good escape. And if they can kill Underlord as well.
No, you don't have the Fiend script for the control yet. Jirax, fly with the perfect time. Got rooted, then TP'd.
They're just all over the map, making Newbee have to rotate, react to things. I don't think Gyro's too unhappy because he loves farming in this place, but ultimately, OG is definitely playing with their food a little bit right now.
Might be a little bit annoyed though. They didn't get the Observer Ward with their Sentry. So this actually, it's allowing Jirax to just stand close. The glimpse, well, TP won't complete when that happens.
It's a good try. I think he must have sidestepped the silence. We saw that yesterday where Jirax would silence a Disruptor and then roll away, but must have missed there. They do see the smoke under the ward though, so they will know the rotation is coming. They may react to this.
Yeah, they smoked instantly too, Newbee. Like, ES is down for 11 seconds, but this is enough of an opportunity.
It's going to be a little hard. OD has no mana right now. They're not really ready to fight.
Resolution broke the smoke on Faith. They'll come underneath the Observer and Sentry, putting down an extra Sentry to see Kaka.
Pays off. Yeah. They definitely need a little bit more before they're ready to fight. If they can catch flies, not all bad, but they're kind of surrounded by towers. If there's buybacks and things.
Kaka's trying to get the right line. The wall is up. Notel, defensive imprisonment. I thought he was going to help his teammate.
It's really hard. He's only got level 1. And the range is super low, 225 cast range.
Otherwise, that is pitiful. The trees were blocking it too much.
Damn trees.
It's that problem when you go for the 404.
Which makes complete sense for his build, right? Like he definitely had some nice kill potential, last hitting power kind of thing against Underlord.
Yeah. I see more and more safe lane ODs actually do that against these melee offlaners which keep coming out.
It's better. Really, it's all about just right-clicking better, having more int stolen, and the more int you have, the more mana you have, which gives you higher chance of your mana coming back anyways before you run out of mana. It's just really beneficial.
Both teams are actually missing the D-wards. The Observer from Newbee was planted closer towards the Ancients.
I feel like fight capability-wise, Newbee's still in an advantage here because they do have levels. We still don't have Fiend's Grip on Bane, for example. Definitely a big pickup to have, especially because all he does right now is level 1 Brain Sap, but they do still have the better team fight on OG's side.
think OG are very happy just to slow this game down. Like Resolution switched from building Mana Style into building the Battle Fury.
Okay.
So he went for the Yasha and then Demon Edge.
Probably a good move. Mana Style is all agility as well. It gives you a lot of attack speed, but that's all reduced. All the agility damage is reduced by Underlord, so this will help him definitely split farm a little bit better. I think they're in a good enough position. He doesn't need an item that makes him really, really strong immediately. Battle Fury is going to be the right choice. Like it.
Smart TP's out here from OG. They're all just trying to bail out. I'll see Kaka come and steal the bounty room, but it's bottom lane where they want to fight. They want KP dead. They do not want this front line tank to really come online. And it looks like KP's already leaving.
It's way too dangerous for him. He's got some evasion, but against all these heroes, easy to kill him.
Do you actually stop this push then? Because like you're gonna catapult behind Resolution. There's a fresh creep wave coming in.
I mean, he could definitely stay. I mean, there's not a lot of way to catch him, right?
Yep.
So they can just try to defend against the other lanes. He stays bottom. It's always split push opportunity. He doesn't have healing ward, but that's it. Jarex pulls the creep wave, so now Mugi has to feel like he has to tank this. Oh, they're taking Rosh in the meantime. This is actually so good by Newbee. Because OG's going to assume that they're all behind Razor, because Razor's been pushing this tower the whole time. He hasn't moved off at all.
This doesn't seem fast enough, though. Like, it's taking them such a long time.
But it's okay with their movements, with Mugi pushing mid like this and staying mid, and he's being protected by Faith for any potential wraparound. This is such a good move. They're getting two things at the same time, and OG's definitely going to be kicking themselves right now. That was really well played by Newbee. It's very ballsy to play, but...
They run straight forward. N0tail, Durex, and Flying all get hit by the Plasma Field. The Imprisonment keeping Faith out of the engagement. Resolution still trying to take this tier 2 tower on bottom, and that's where KP jumps in, but it's OT. Pulled back into the Storm Wall. A quick kick, Durex just tries to get Mugi away. No! What? What hit him?
So, he casted Plasma Field. It looked like the Plasma Field like stayed where it was cast despite the Boulder Smash, so it still caught fly, is what it looked like.
Can we watch that one? Okay, production again in slow motion a little bit later on. But for now, we'll keep our eyes on the engagement. Because the Resolution on bottom
was so well done by both teams there. Like they catch N0tail, he has to banish the Disruptor. As soon as the Disruptor comes out, he gets silenced by Earth Spirit to prevent the glimpse back onto the OD. It was really well done, but unfortunately the silence ended too early. OD gets knocked back, perfect stuns. But ultimately, much better for Newbee. They get Aegis, they take the tier 1, they deal a lot of tier 2 tower damage. Yeah, they're gonna be happy. Here's a replay.
All right, so let's see it again.
There's the banish to prevent the overall glimpse, and OD setup. He's hiding in the trees so that the glimpse doesn't come out. Jarex drops the silence, but eventually it runs out. The Observer Ward or Hero Vision or something allows them to initiate on the OD. Guaranteed kill on him at this point.
It's the next part we want in slow. So this is the attack. Fly gets his 1 charges off. The attacks from Gyrocopter to push through, and well, we're back to the current mode, mainly because Brewmaster is initiated in. Maybe we can go back and see that moment again anytime. Anyway. It's
very close.
Yeah.
It's a good play by Jarex, but it didn't work out. So now all of a sudden OG is losing a little bit of ground. The whole Aegis makes them team fighting very difficult with the Aegis on Gyrocopter.
Schmuck.
And some of their crucial items are up. Halberd is ready. BKB's almost up on Gyro, but he's okay with it not being there because they were able to steal the Rosh. So now they're going to be looking to take a fight potentially.
They move north.
Rezo's positioning is very good. He's going to break the smoke a little early, I think.
Oh no, he ran up.
Kaka's did break.
Ran north,
they may
so
realize.
N0tail instead, the one to be initiated on homing missile, defensive imprisonment. S4 does not have his ultimate available, and Resolution's already starting his TP. They let N0tail die. Okay, Fly. He won't be able to TP out of it. Actually, he's got his TP available, but there's your glimpse. Nightmare's the Disruptor, but it's all a little too late. So OG lose 2.
They were definitely thinking about fighting there, but ultimately they decided, okay, this is not going to go well. OD is banished. He's going to be ultied by the Disruptor. And they're still in Aegis anyways. Even if they try to take that fight, they've got to fight through Gyrocopter Aegis. They got to kill him twice. And they just don't have the damage for that unless OD's up through the fight to attack. And that's definitely one of the big lackings right now. That the OD's trajectory in terms of a farmed hero is not good. He's equal farm level of the Brewmaster. And Newbee's kind of just pulling ahead right now. That Aegis steal and that Rosh steal was so ballsy, but it completely worked. And now they just have this big barrier where they can do whatever they want. OG has to dodge fights, and OG's forced to split push, and their heroes aren't even that amazing at it.
Yeah.
OD needed that Aegis, is essentially what happened.
So then he can actually stand in the next fight.
Yeah,
but
fighting.
They still have a huge advantage, which comes through Resolution. Like, he's building into the mana style. This can be a lot more problematic. He'll have double ways to break the abilities of Newbee. The Battle Fury farm ensures that he'll remain at #1.
The only dangerous thing is really static link. If he gets his damage sap, then he's going to have trouble in a long duration fight. But depending on how he initiates, maybe if he buys a Blink Dagger later, he can find a target, get a pick off that could translate really well. But it's going to start becoming difficult. Next Assassin's almost got his, actually does have his Yule's finish, just needs it
No
delivered.
Tail's dead.
We'll see. You never know. There's only 3 heroes surrounding him perfectly.
Yeah. And Kaka lands the stun. And they commit Storm.
Wait, he might live.
1 charges, 4 stuff? No, but they make it a rebuttal. That's why KP trying to pull him back out. The Omni Slash damage, Kaka's so low, but Disruptor will be the trade.
Sure, JRX regretting his Boulder Smash, because he could have possibly separated those guys, gone for a double kill, but they do still get a kill out of it. It's an Omni Slash, it's expensive, but any kill that OG can get right now is a good benefit. Slight hero advantage that could translate into tactical advantage. Gyro's rotating over. He's still got Aegis here.
They're waiting to fight top. Bane's in the neighborhood. So yeah, as you said, Gyro's coming in. They need to bring in his damage. Fly should be able to stop this if you can see him. Resolution starts his TP out, and there's not enough physical to get Resolution.
Feeds the healing ward, but does it just safely. Buys himself like 15% HP or something while he teleports. So he knows he's safe every time, at least until Gyro and Razor buy a lot of damage items, or unless Razor sapped a lot of damage. He's so safe doing this all game.
Yep.
Just no catch. So he's definitely the shining light for the team right now. Every kill that he gets, every time where there's downtime, he can rapidly kill creeps.
There's so much space too. Like you force the top lane, yeah, you feed the healing ward, but then he goes back to base, heals up, goes to the bottom lane, gets 4 range creeps out of all of this. S4 troublesome for him. There's no storm this time, so S4 can't get the bruise block. And Jirax, a perfect double hit. They even keep the Fiend's grip on Mugi. Drop the hammer quickly, even though Spike Carapace caught just a little bit of troubles. OG are here in force. SCCC, the flat cannon, it's there to do a lot of damage to the rest of OG. So low on life. Finally, Faith will fall as Spy breaks out of his own nightmare. Blink out for S4, a 2-for-2 trade-off. Note that you did not have the Omni Knight involved in any of this. I mean, the Omni Knight, the Juggernaut involved in any of this.
Really good play by OG there. I thought that they were going to back out, but again, Earth Spirit is always there at the right time. Silences the heroes he needed to guarantee that Brewmaster gets his ulti off. There was no static storm. They were trying to hold it so they didn't have to use it, but that silence buys S4 the time to split. They pick off the Razor, the crucial follow-up. We'll see it as well here. Yeah, this is the follow-up. He uses him first, goes for the stun follow-up. They're going to try to save having to use... Actually, they didn't have static storm in this fight.
Yeah, they didn't. It was on cooldown.
So he gets the split off here. And SCC, just going back to the live game, is able to get a pick off on S4 just now. Didn't catch that one, unfortunately. But
the trade-off is Resolution on the bottom. Adding more pressure, forcing both Faith and Mugi to TP in. And Jirax is ready to fight in the mid. Like, he's triggering Dust, looking for a hero.
Yeah, there's actually 3 Newbee heroes that are surrounded here. They're going to try to follow. KP does have his ultimate if needed, but OG doesn't quite spot them yet. Newbee's got better vision here, spotting out Jirax.
Yeah, there goes the Eagle Scepter into the pit. 10-1 charges will not be enough to help him survive long enough to get the rest of OG over.
It's very cool how Nyx is doing these setup ganks. Just going invis, which provides him the Eagle Scepter initiation, which guarantees a stun. Very cool. Skill and mana expensive, but against heroes that are hard to catch, like Brewmaster as well as Earth Spirit, it guarantees the stun lands. There's no funny business that goes on.
Resolution new items are going to eventually arrive. He's looking for Butterfly and BKB. Make that Juggernaut all-powerful.
I mean, the items he has right now are great. Pushes the lane heavily, and then once it gets a little dangerous, mantas and lets the illusions push. Very reminiscent of old Jug.
Newbee's coming through the bottom. Does their big hero, the Masked Mana's BKB for SCCC. Still got a couple of drum charges up his sleeve.
Huh. The late Masked Mana's pickup, but I think he's doing it because he wants more physical damage. It's a really good way to amplify that. I kind of feel like I would have preferred an Ags, maybe. But Masked Manus is kind of similar in that it increases your attack speed so much that you could potentially, in short periods of time, burst down somebody like Jug if he's spin TPing, or against like an OD, for example. Definitely very good against like Bruce Split as well. Imagine like Flat Cannon, Manta style, or Masked Manus, and just instantly get your 9 flaks off. Try to kill the Bruce Split before...
just no way S4 can really split in time, yeah.
Or even after he splits, for example.
Yeah. I'm thinking Delta Split.
Okay, yeah.
Get away from the Flat Cannon effect. Notel's still getting some good farm. Like he's now above that of the Brewmaster. I'm not saying
that is not saying much, but
yeah, it's better than what he was before. Obviously, Juggernaut soaking up a hell of a lot across the map.
Spot 2 Wraithbands now in OD.
Oh, the Yule Scepter. It was mid-rolling boulder. Jirax will be able to get a quick kickoff on the Nyx Assassin, so there was a little bit of funny business. Starts his TP up. Homing missiles coming, but Jirax's TP will complete.
Very smart TP. That's good. Yeah, they actually don't have that many stuns, right? It's just Glimpse and Nyx stuff and Homing Missile, but Homing Missile takes a long time to hit.
You do actually have like Pit of Malice as well.
It doesn't interrupt TPs, I don't believe.
No.
I might be wrong on that, but I think it doesn't.
Top tier 1 tower. I don't think it does actually cancel the TP on the second, because it didn't with
I feel like it doesn't, but yeah, I might be wrong.
Resolution's gonna get out of here right now. Kaka in through the rear. Here's your Yules again. They don't even wait it. They let the storm go. He tries to man to jump out, but it will not work. 70 seconds without resolution. He bought the Eagle song just before that death.
Man, again, the Yule Scepter providing them everything they need. There's no more dangerous skill shots with stuns. He just casts it, guarantees static storm, guarantees stuns, gives them everything they need. A huge pickoff there for Newbee. Finally killing the top net worth in the game and the most farm tier 1 OG.
Jirax trying to cause some problems for KP and Faith.
Trying to panic push out lanes as fast as they can right now, considering that they got the Jug pickup. This gives them a moment to try to do some high ground pressure.
That's a big one. They got S4. Starts his TP, and yeah, you're right. No stun. Hit a Malice. Alright.
And that actually cost them a little bit. That was a little bit of focus to try to get a pick off, but not able to secure it, which means that this Jug kill is kind of just led into nothing, just a little pressure.
But they can go for Roshan.
They definitely can.
They're back into the pit.
OG's getting close to this really good timing point. They've almost got their BKBs finished. OD's at 3k. The Brewmaster still needs a lot, about 2.5, but once they finish those BKBs, all the team fights are going to become a lot easier.
Juggernaut sub. This aggressive Observer Ward that Newbee put inside the Radiant base a long time ago is just seeing everything, so they know no one from OG is coming to contest Roshan.
Yeah, it definitely helps. Then the supports can go and do other things, for example. They don't have to stand nearby just in case. Super safe. Although this Observer Ward could be countered later on the cliff that Faith put down. And they're going to get ready to push now. This is their opportunity to go high ground.
Yep, there goes the Immortal in the hands of the Gyro. Just casual Morbid Mask now in the Gyrocopter.
So it's more like he was planning to make Butterfly anyways, probably. So he just made Mask of Madness in the meantime, and he'll go Satanic later. Really good idea. Items. Perfect build against a hero like Jug, because he doesn't out DPS Jug in the long term. But if he goes something like Butterfly Satanic, it gives him some options against Jug, the superior right clicker.
He's also preparing himself, so he's got the Monkey King bar by the time the Butterfly is completed on the Juggernaut.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll make that. I think Juggernaut will actually beat him to it. It depends on the rate of this game.
Yeah, all comes down to the next couple fights, really.
Well, Juggernaut starts to spin TP. Get the hell away from that gank.
Mugi's build not that weird either. Phase Drum, BKB. He picked up a Shiva's Guard, which is pretty normal, especially against a hero like Juggernaut and OD. Just reduce their damage, give himself some int. And then he's queuing up bags afterwards. We'll see if that happens, though. Jug could be caught here. He did get spotted out, but it looks like Newbee's hesitating slightly. Maybe they want to...
It's that Observer Ward. Like, if anyone dies here, it's probably going to be Fly, but they have an Observer and Sentry down, so if Kaka walks up the hill, OG's in a good position to fight. But it's KP that Jirax is just sitting on a hill, just overlooking.
They're thinking about fighting here, but the vision is very good for Newbee with this ward on the cliff here.
They're going to be able to get rid of... they actually get rid of the Sentry. Right? Just the counter.
I'm sorry, these are Radiant ones now. I think they did. Okay, there was a Sentry down there, so...
Yeah.
So, Newbee looking for openings, not able to find it just yet. KP's still trying to worry about split pushing here, but he can show up for the fight if needed. At some point.
They can always Dark Rift in.
And the crucial thing, OD giving up on the BKB, ends up finishing his Hurricane Pike, and now he's going to go for a Blink Dagger. So I guess he's hoping that an ally gets initiated on, then he can jump in and have some impact, but I'm a little unsure about this change here. I guess he'll farm faster, he'll do more damage, but like the story of the game, and I feel like this happens semi-often on OD heroes. It's like they just get disabled and they don't do anything. So I'm a little worried for No-Tail in this way, but there are some benefits for sure. He can like Hurricane Pike the Razor, for example, interrupt the static link, and then the whole fight should be a little easier.
Might be exactly what he's doing. With the Blink Dagger, the positioning of OD is going to be a hell of a lot better. And they may actually be able to get into ganks like this against Kaka if they only had the vision. Kaka's seeing so much information. It's the bottom lane where Durex is just going against KP with the Juggernaut. He starts the Dark Rift out.
Just too many creeps there for them to Omni Slash. If they were able to do a full Omni, maybe they can get that kill, but Kaka looking around. I don't think they have a gem yet, just some sentries and dust. They don't actually spot him. Definitely a bad position to be in that you want to be able to get this easy kill, but they just don't have the vision advantage from winning the game so far, so they can't afford to get a gem. Kaka can basically do full Nexus and stuff.
Resolution finished up the Butterfly. Fly put down one of the Observer wards. Kaka, okay, just came out of Vendetta. Yield Scepter, follow-up stun. KP's here, he's going to bring in the deeps. Wow, Faith, I don't know if that was really necessary, but...
just safer, right? Don't let him mess around at all. Guarantee the kill. It's semi-unlikely that they go for another kill anytime soon anyway. Stack Storm's only 80 seconds. Just get the kill, get the gold. Another 20 seconds that Bane is dead, even farther away from a gem, all that stuff.
Yeah, Resolution doesn't want to fight either. Like, he's just disappeared up into the dire jungle.
Yep.
Just rotate past the mid lane, keep the farm going.
It's the easiest way to do it. Cut the creep waves, kill the neutrals on their back, and...
Yep, just wait out the Aegis the Immortal. Until it's left STCC's hands. Notel farming from the trees. Next we'll find him.
He's going to try to interrupt the teleport, I'm sure.
Notel probably feels like he's being massively stalked.
Does he? Probably.
To the trees.
Kaka's been really good at this so far, just spotting the important heroes.
He's got 3 seconds to TP.
Oh, they scan as well. They know he's still here. He actually can't get out.
Oh, Kaka, does he see him? He sees him. Yield Scepter. They only needed half a second longer for Notel, but Kaka finds him in the corner. Defensive imprisonment will save him from the homing missile, and then a quick blink out if he's fast enough. Shiva's guard's there, and looks like SEC has the damage. Now Moogie goes towards Resolution with the static link. Okay, he's not doing jack.
Yeah, there was no escape anyways, because as soon as he comes out of Astral, you can use Spike Carapace to stun him instantly. They also had Shiva's to break it, Rocket Barrage. There's no escape there for No-Tail. He just needed to use a blink, probably, to get to trees deep where nobody could catch him in. Kaka doing the right thing, man. He's just making the plays here, finding all the solo heroes, giving his team time to show up. And I think the tough part is normally this doesn't work because your team is not having an overwhelming advantage. But man, when they're this far ahead, Nyx feels like such a strong hero.
There's the Aegis the Immortal gone. Time is out, but Newbee will still keep going with the high ground push. Fly is nearby, so you can at least enfeeble up STCC. I don't know if that's really going to be enough for him, though.
They're not doing that much tower damage, but I mean, they still got 4 seconds until No-Tail's up. Are they going to back, though?
Well, they're getting more damage into KP, so they're getting him. Kaka. Visible underneath the tower, the glimpse. There's your yields have to begin with. Durex try to create space. The pit did get planted. Nice double kick as Notel jumps forward and attacks a creep. That's what you do when you initiate into a fight. And then Hurricane Pike. He's building up that intel.
Okay, it's cooldown on Glimpse, so they're going to be okay.
Omni Slash. They're all so grouped up. Newbee, the damage being spilled out. They were protected by the Crimson Gun, but where's the support? Notel, he's going to wait out the BKBs before he drops down to Sandy. His Eclipse Resolution needs more space. He's down for the count. So is Notel. No buyback of Marble. Juggernaut will burn his. S4's Chaos Creation was not enough. Durex waiting for the right time, waiting for the kick to pull KP away. He can't stop at the pull. They do, however, get a 3-man kick, but there's no real follow-up. OG just don't have the players. They don't have the life. They don't have the deeks. KP's calling well played, but the game's not over just yet. No, it is. They're underneath the tier 4 towers. You can push Fly back into the fountain, but Newbee will have to dive in pretty damn deep. Moogie actually is pretty deep. A blink clap could slow him down, but SDCC doing too much work. Durex will fall, and without their 2 big cores, OG, they will lose at least 2 lanes of racks.
Yeah, they had good attempts, sort of, but OG they just kind of miscoordinated how they defended against that. Notel blinks forward, looks for like the Hurricane Pike, but is out of range and is forced to retreat. The only thing saving them there is they didn't have Glimpse yet. And then Resolution kind of going in when his team wasn't really ready either. The Omni Slash felt very weird. Like, he's got Battle Fury, so he's dealing some damage there, but the